like Vine, but for sharing WarioWare-esque microgames.
Oh my fucking god. And they're exactly like Vine, right? So they're 6 seconds.
6 seconds. It's a WarioWare DIY situation.
The Mario Maker model applied to WarioWare is so good. It would get a little nasty. A little nasty.
Well, then we'd have to put on a content filter, wouldn't we, for the kids?
I mean, if you want to sit down and spend 3 years developing a perfect algorithm that can detect pixelated wieners.
Well, okay, but you're talking about that like that's a bad thing. What we're really going to make the money on is, selling this Havoc engine style
dick detector.
This what's the word I'm looking for?
Like a speed tree, but for dicks, kind of. Middleware,
yes, thank you. Not speed tree for dicks was not the term I was looking for. Yeah, we just sell that to. I mean, shit. Hey, Nintendo, how's your Miiverse situation? Because you probably employ about 250 people that are just scrobbling through ding dongs and vaginas.
Scrobbling.
Yeah.
Like Last FM style. Here's the problem with that tech, Griffin, is I'm worried if it gets into the wrong hands and someone reverse engineers it, they would have an endless penis generator.
Oh, no.
And then all it takes is some bad apple plugging that into Miiverse or into WarioWare DIY Mobile, and it's just going to overflow the servers with nothing but penises.
Oh,
and that's
I mean, and also, like, here's the situation. I'm 5 years old. My name is Toby. And I draw an apple. And I say, and my daddy looks at it and he says, "That's a good apple, Toby." And I say, "Thank you, Papa."
And then he also says, "You're a good apple, Toby."
And I say, "Thank you, Papa." "Thank you, Papa." And then I say, "I learned a new fruit in class today." And I draw a banana. And then all of a sudden, Reggie Fils-aime kicks in my door and he's like, "No." I mean, maybe Reggie Fils-aime just sort of appears on the screen and like the fun doctor from the Brain Games guy.
Oh, Dr.
Brain Games.
Dr. Brain, sort of Starfall's final boss looking guy.
A very scary Reggie Fils-aime, pixelated Reggie Fils-aime pops onto the screen, Mr. Rossetti style, and is like, "No, you just drew a dick." And I'm like, what's that? What's a dick? And then Reggie Fils-aime, a digital Reggie Fils-aime, yells at me while giving me the birds and the bees talk to explain to me what I just did.
I love Reggie. I think he's great. He's a wonderful showman. He's a good person, a great CEO. He's the last person I want explaining sex to me or my kids.
Especially because he'll be yelling. He'll be yelling. It is so I am so far away from having to give this talk, and I'm already sweating it. Mm-hmm. But I know you're not supposed to yell at him while you give it. Although maybe he'd be good at it. Like, maybe you'd be like, I'm sorry, Reggie, I don't understand. I just put in a couple of fruits. And he's like, well, let me sit you down and explain how fornication works.
So I think what Reggie would do, he would pull out his Wii U gamepad and he would be like, all right, here's a warp pipe.
Yeah.
And down next to the warp pipes, you've got a couple of Koopas, shells,